Okay, here's my daily recap. Today I got stopped out of LMB. LMB made a new 21-day low on the OBV, the price volume trend, and the money stream. They did a public offering and that wasn't received too well by the market. And that's okay with me. I don't trade based on news stories anyway. I trade based on price action. And when OBV rolls over, PVT rolls over, and money stream rolls over, I sell. I ended up taking home $862 worth of profit on this trade, and I've been in this trade probably since last November. I made some purchases today, but one of them actually turned out to be my top percentage performer of the day. So let's take a look at that. NTEC. So I bought this one at $6.29 and it rallied all the way up to $12.02 and it settled at $10.85. So that gave me a $700 profit on a $1,000 initial investment. And if you take a look at the chart with NTEC, we have a low base followed by a huge spike in volume, which then went into another base that lasted for a good 2 months. And there's a few smiles in there. We broke out on heavy volume. We had a new high recently on OBV and a new high on price volume trend. So we'll see how this one goes. A lot of times when a stock takes off like this and makes 100% in a day, the tendency is that the next day I'll get stopped out. So we'll see how that goes. My stop loss is set in at $8.16. So if we fall back into ourselves, I'll probably walk away with $300 instead of the $700 I have now, but that's the way the game's played. My next top percentage performer for the day was MVIS. MVIS. So this stock I got into a little late. I probably should have bought it a lot earlier in the year, but if you see, we had a base followed by another base through November and December, and then a huge rally from 252 up into around the $7 level, where it again fell into another base and consolidation on February 3rd. I didn't get in on February 3rd. I probably should have. I chased this one a little bit, but I was in at 13.21. It closed today at 21.60 for a 44% gain on the day, and that was $500 positive to my account. The third best percentage performer of the day was ARTL. Again, we have this nice smiling base followed by a consolidation, followed by a high volume breakout. We've got new highs in OBV and PVT, and I got in at $1.68 and it settled today at $2 a share, so I'm up about $200. And what's interesting about the way I trade, it's not always my high percentage gainers that give me the biggest return in dollars. I break my trading equity up, so I'm not really trading more than 1% of my equity at any one time, which is why I've got about 130 stocks in my account. But because I trade that way, every position I get into, I have varying share amounts depending on the price of the stock. And how that reflects in your trading is that it's not always the big percentage movers that give you the bigger dollar amounts in return. So my number one dollar amount return today was NTEC, but my number two was actually KOPN, and we've talked about this stock a few times in the past. KOPN gave me $680 as of the close today. There's a good chance this one might be done running, but there's no way to tell. It's had really strong volume since it broke out, and overall I'm up $3,636 as of the close of business today. I got in at $263 and it settled at $990, so that was my number one dollar performer for the day. And then I had an ETF that was the number $3 performer on the day, and that was POTX. I got in that one at $13.73 after a breakout on a nice solid base. and it settled today at $29.60, and I actually have 88 shares of that. So you never really know which stock is going to take off and how much money you stand to make when you do it. The trick is place the orders, place your stop loss, and let the market decide. Today was kind of a scary day for me because I took a beating in quite a few stocks. At one point, my overall account was down $7,000. But then around 10:30 in the morning or 11 o'clock, we had a later day rally, which more or less took out all of those reds except for the ones that I had coming into the day. And I ended up settling up after the market closed $2,700 positive on the day. There's a few stocks I'll probably get stopped out of shortly. We'll see SINO. This one popped up, and it actually kind of looks like it's going into distribution here. It's kind of hard to tell. We let the market make the determination, but as you can see, the price action was nice and tight, and it goes all the way from $3.26 a share up to around $10, $11 a share, and then there's huge swings in the price through here. I got into this one a little bit late. I probably should have bought it down here, but it's starting to look like distribution. OBV has rolled over, price volume trend has rolled over, and I thought I was going to get popped out of this one today, and I didn't. But assuming that it stays more or less in this area, and say I get stopped out, I will probably make a small profit on this one, but not very much, even though it's showing I'm 17% negative on the day. I'm still up $201 on it. Not all your trades are winners, some are losers, but the bottom line is stay trading. If you'd like to learn about how and why I place the trades I trade, you can go to painlesstrader.com and subscribe to my online trading course there, painlesstrader.com.